Yo, what it do, St. Louis? Y'all know what time it is, man. It is time for the St. Louis Hustle podcast this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a wonderful show lined up for you, and got to shout out our studio sponsor, freefunnelmachine.com. If you know anything about sales funnels, you know it's going to save you some time, effort, and money and make you more money. So go to freefunnelmachine.com. I'm sitting here with my lovely co-host, Michelle A. We're going to talk a little bit about relationships this morning. And can you stand the reign of coronavirus? And will your relationship survive? We've got some great gone viral clips for you as well. And then Michelle's going to give you guys some updates on what's going on with the coronavirus. And they about to open up outside, y'all. How is that? I mean, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Nevertheless, man, let's roll this intro.
Growing up in St. Louis has never been easy, and most say if you want to succeed here, that you must leave and put down roots somewhere else because of the strong crabs in a barrel mentality here.
I don't know if I'm just an optimistic person, but to see people like Chuck Berry and Nelly make it in the music industry, or the Roberts brothers and Dave Stewart in business, or William Lacey Clay Jr. in politics, can we blame the city, or is it that people just aren't hungry enough?
We're talking to all of the movers and shakers in this town, from entertainers to politicians, social activists and organizers, and of course, entrepreneurs.
Is there a curse on this city that holds people back? Is there an unseen hand that decides who makes it and who doesn't? You're about to find out.
Welcome to St. Louis Hustle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the St. Louis Hustle podcast. We are live and live in color coming from the Free Funnel Machine studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm your boy, Cortez Hustle. That is my girl, Michelle. Hey, what's going on, Michelle?
Man, what's going on? What's going on, Tezzy?
I am chilling.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. We made it another week of quarantine. We made it through. Here we are.
Yeah, I'm over here having a lash catastrophe. I just need to let you know early.
Okay. A lash catastrophe? What is that?
Catastrophe. If the quarantine wasn't bad enough, I could wind up one eye open before the end of the show. So I just have to let you know. Careful products, ladies. I'm trying these new magnetic lashes. I didn't plan on talking about my lashes during the show, but apparently that's gonna be topic. First thing out the gate. These new magnetics, I gotta figure out how to wear them apparently because I'm not wearing them right. Because I got one that's ready to jump off.
Okay.
And yeah, this one don't want to stay on. This eyelash is like literally talking to me. Like, me and this lash was beefing like East Coast, West Coast, because this lash was I'll leave. And I was like, you will not. This lash was like, what? I'll jump off. I'll be up out here. Keep talking. I'm literally like, you better not. You won't. Feel like, boom, I'm out of here. So I'm like, please don't, just please stay. So I'm over here just begging my lash. Oh, begging, want to stay? Please don't leave me. I'm like, sweat song, don't leave me, baby, please don't leave me.
You over there begging your lash to stay.
I'm trying to convince it. I can't flutter. I can't be cute today. I can't flutter because it might feel my cheek. And then it'd be down on my lip, be like, what's that? What is going on? Be like, hey, it'd be angry, be like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, so.
All right. So outside of lash news, what's going on with the coronavirus?
Right, with the coronavirus, to get to my stuff today. I got to get working with a new setup, trying to get my studio together so I can be right for the people. I'm trying to.
Love it.
Trying to be right for y'all. I'm trying to be right for the people. Tezzy. That's I like today. You tell your father-in-law I said thanks. Name Tezzy. I think you should get that on t-shirts.
Yeah.
I think that's branding for you.
Yeah, you know he will.
Get rid of Cortez.
Google sugar baby honey, would you get Tezzy on the line? Call Tezzy. Hey, this Google ain't acting right. I'm trying to call Tezzy. Like, first of all,
I think
Tezzy ain't in your phone.
I
Second
think
of
your
all,
brand is you. I think
yes,
he should be a new marketing person.
yes. Second
I'm
of
just,
all, you can't put honey baby sugar in front of Google and she's not gonna respond. So yeah,
don't do your father-in-law. You know what I'm saying? I think Google need to step their game up.
that might be true. That might
They,
be true. Yes,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
They
Because
have Urban Dictionary. They just need to make one for older black people. That's all.
listen, it's going to be a while before he gets to the name he's trying to call. So just hang in there with him.
Right.
Just hang in
It
there with him.
might be a few adjectives before they get to the name. Um, I understand. So, all right. So the numbers is. So here's the thing. I heard this morning. The numbers are declining somewhat. They still kind of
Okay,
high,
cool.
low high,
Gotcha.
spade hand. It's like a low, you know what I'm saying? So they low high. So Missouri is like again. I just gave up. We just rounded off numbers now. So we right around 7K.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna talk about death because I'm done with death. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with
Oh,
death.
that's
So we
right.
right around cases. We're right around 7K. Illinois is right around 45K.
Gotcha.
Pray,
Gotcha.
pray for Illinois. That's all I gotta say is pray for Illinois. That's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. And as always, shout out to our first responders, our essential workers. Shout out to y'all, 'cause y'all always out there making it happen.
That's right.
Spin the wheel, pick an essential worker, you know what I'm saying, and do something nice for them today. If you see them out on the street, buy them lunch. If you're in a restaurant, you know what I'm saying, or a drive-through or something, you notice somebody in uniform, just pay it forward. Pay for their lunch. Pay for the car
Yeah.
behind or
Absolutely.
something. Just try to do something nice for them.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
if you are an essential worker, I want you to put in the description what you do and drop
And
your cash app too.
drop your
Listen,
cash, man.
listen. If you are an essential worker, describe
Oh,
what you do and drop your cash app. Now, I ain't gonna guarantee that it's gonna be a blessing waiting for you at the end of the show, but it might. I'm just saying. You never know.
right. You know what? We gonna do it like this. I'm trying to multitask. I'm not a great multitasker, but I'm trying to get my thing to work, and we're just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna figure it out. Share the show. Can you share the show? Can
Yes.
you guys share the show if
Yes.
you're on? Can you share the show? This gonna sound like a real oxymoron, but if you're on and you're watching right now, can somebody share the show with me?
Share it to Michelle. She's having trouble over there.
Can you do that? Can you share the show?
Yes.
Charge it to my head, not my heart. But can you share the show with me? And you know what I'm saying? And then when you share it, drop your cash out. In the Who Shot John, like Tezzy said. And you can get blessed. Again, first responders, come on, first responders.
Yes.
First responder to first respond.
See? And
Look at
let
that.
us know what it is that you are out there doing on the front lines. What do you think about opening up outside right now, Michelle?
Let me tell you something.
Is it time or?
I don't think it's time,
Mhm.
says the person who was out last weekend. Now I wasn't out. Okay. What happened was, this is what y'all need to understand. I be looking out for y'all. Okay. So if you see me in the streets, and y'all probably see me because I got personalized plates. Hey. So when you see me in the streets, I ain't out there up to no good. I'm looking out for y'all.
There you
Okay.
go.
So when I was out on Sunday, partaking in the wonderful weather,
Mhm.
I was making sure the motorcycle riders were safe. I was pulling folks over. I was snatching them off the bikes, baby. Making sure they were safe. I was pull over. Pull over. Making sure they were safe because was doing wheelies and stuff. That's not safe.
That's right.
Had to make sure I got their license registrations and phone numbers to make sure that they wasn't doing that and make sure that they don't be doing that no more.
That's right. That's
That's what
right.
I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure people stayed safe. So if you saw me out, that's what I was doing. I don't think it's time for us to be fully engaged and outside like that. I don't come outside my car and I have my mask on. I
There
ain't
we
crazy.
go.
There it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't outside now. I saw folks. I was driving down the Natural Bridge,
Hmm.
and folks was all up and down the Natural Bridge outside their car, kicking it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. I
my
saw I
God.
saw an image from one of the parks in one of the counties in Georgia. And yeah, it was Forest Park on Sunday in Georgia is what it was. They was having a funky good time. And they were not, I repeat, they were not socially distancing themselves one from another.
That-
Uh,
They don't. No, they're not. They're not social distancing. And that's the foolishness in it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When I passed by folk at the Natural Bridge, Pat, when it was out by yonder,
Hmm.
they was cars parked on top of cars over there. I'm like, if you keep your cars 6 feet away from each other, baby, they was pull up to my bumper, baby. They was like, I said, at least keep your cars 6 feet apart.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Corona.
That's crazy. How
Ain't it?
how about your president? Um, and now wait a minute, wait a minute. How about my president? I ain't got my stimulus check yet, so he's still my president until I get my
No.
stimulus. Uh,
You better love them. You better love your president.
but what is he talking about?
I
Is
divorced them. I got mine. I told you. I already look. For exchange ain't no robbery. I told you what I was gonna do. It was a one night stand going into this thing. It's gonna happen, and it happened. I ain't did nothing wrong. I told you it's gonna be one night stand. I said I'm gonna get your money, and I'm not calling you the next day. And I.
What is he talking about though? Taking a disinfectant.
That's your president, sugar. Okay, your president. And here's the thing. Okay, so y'all know what the heck this man did. Shout out some people. I am a good multitasker. Somebody done share the show. Look and
There you
see.
go.
Now I can't figure out how to get it on the thing, but somebody done shared the show. I got to figure out who did it, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm trying to see the name, and I see folk. Well, hello, look at the folk. Good morning, Trevor. Good morning, Ladonna. Well, good morning, LP. I'm sorry. Hi, y'all. I don't see no cash app
Squirrel.
though. I'm sorry. So I'm back. Sorry. That's why you can't trust folk. So the president told folk about the disinfectant, right? Here's the thing. When he did it, first he did it, then he tried to come back on Twitter and was like, that's just me, basically, right? But when he was telling folk about the disinfectant, he was looking at the lady to the side. Now you know when you're trying to find out information about something and you're really trying to you're serious about it and you're really trying to inquire and get information, there's an inquisitive look that you have on your face. So when he was looking at the lady, the look, he was trying to get her buy-in. He was talking about some I was using sarcasm. No, so we're gonna pretend that the lady is in that black chair back there. And he say, so we could just inject that, right? That. No, so we could do something like that, right? Something like that would work. Well, we could just take the Lysol and just guzzle it down, right? Yeah, that just might work. He was serious. There wasn't a chuckle. There wasn't a, I'm just playing, gotcha. No, he was serious. He was like, He was like he was on to something. And his mind was like, oh, he was like, nailed it.
Yes, yes.
He was like, got my second term. And then when he gonna come back on Twitter talking about something, I'm the hardest working president that there ever was. Wait for the
Yeah,
that's your president.
that was just
On that
silly,
silly.
silly.
That man.
Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, We're going to take a quick break, man. When we come back, we're going to get all up in your relationship business, man. Can your relationship survive the coronavirus? Not just you and your boo, but hell, some of y'all might be trying to kill y'all kids around here, man. Can your parent and your kid relationship survive? Keep it locked right here. We're going to let you guys know what we think when we come back.
St. Louis Social Podcast is brought to you by Reggie the Lion. Go to reggiethelion.com, grab yourself a copy of the coloring book, and keep up with all the latest developments of the dog and everything that Reggie the Lion is planning to bring to our children. Also, check out officehuddleprint.com. All of the graphic designs that you've seen for the St. Louis Hustle Podcast are courtesy of Office Huddle Print Shop. Our good friends helped us with logos, flyers, thumbnails, even our merchandise, courtesy of officehuddleprint.com. St. Louis Credit Repair Institute, get your credit in the right order. STLcreditfix.com. They average 50 to 150 point increases for over 100,000 customers so far, and you can be next. STLcreditfix.com. The St. Louis Hustle Podcast is a copyrighted production of iHustle Media Group. Any unauthorized use of the content of this show is strictly prohibited. iHustle Media Group, a better way to market.
Yo, welcome back. Here we go again. STL Hustle Podcast.com, man. Y'all can check this show out live. I know some of you guys are listening as you're driving in your cars and things of that nature. Download the podcast. We appreciate it when y'all go to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all those places and download. But if you ever want to see Michelle and her shenanigans, make sure you go over to STL Hustle Podcast.com, or you can check us out on the YouTube channel as well as the Facebook page, St. Louis Hustle Podcast. So before we jumped out to that break, Michelle, we were talking about those folks out here about to kill these kids, man, and you're looking at one of them right now.
You know, state of Missouri frowns upon that.
Hey, listen, where is it? Oklahoma? If you could drop them off before 18 and they'll just take care of them,
Yep. They turn a blind eye.
they like, hey, if they show up, we got them, but we ain't encouraging you to do that.
Right.
But
you don't really want them. We'll help.
So, how many of you guys out there living with young kids and you trying to work from home, they homeschooling, and y'all is stressed AF, as the young folks say.
Whoa, you really been hanging out with kids, haven't you?
Yes.
That's the proof right there.
Stressed AF up in this piece. So mine are not young. My youngest is 18. And what we are dealing with is, they think they grown. So I've got in the house with me the 18-year-old, the 20-year-old, and the soon-to-be 22-year-old, right? Because they came back from school shut down. So now all of us are in the house together. Now, mind you, the house that we were in, we chose this house for the three of us. It was me, my sugar, and my baby boy. So now we kind of on top of one another because these other two jokers and came home full time and they got their music blasting when they're working out. They've got their company that comes and hangs out, and it's like, hey, listen, people, listen, Linda.
Listen.
Could y'all chill out a little bit? So talk to us about parents and childs in a stressful relationship because of this coronavirus, right?
Right. So, okay, so here is my perspective, right? I'm on the other end of the perspective. So I have two different angles. I have the female perspective,
Gotcha.
and then I got the out the house perspective.
Okay.
From the female perspective, I got girls, and I know what it's like to have the females in the house and the friends and the oh my God and the gossip and the giggles and the e's and the ha-has, which I think is far worse than any rain that boys could ever put on your household is having a whole circle of females in your household.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
But here, I'll up you. It's like a game of poker. I'll see your boys with the hip hop and the working out. I'll raise you kids outside the house that come back to your house when they really don't have to. But they choose to come here.
Got you.
I'm like, you do realize you don't have to be here.
You got a whole place over there on the other side of town. It's a whole place.
That's a whole nother place you can be at.
That you pay for, by the way. You might want to get your money's worth out of it.
Won't be up under me. And they're old enough to use foul language. And respectfully they shouldn't. But they feel like they can emphasize the point of the story by saying, "Excuse me, mama," blah 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 blah, and dropping it. Saying "excuse me" don't make it no less a curse word than just saying the curse word.
Yes.
It's still a curse word. Even when you say "excuse me, mama," it's still a curse word. And you know what? It's still offensive. Hey, your mama. Like, I still want to get this out of my hand together.
Right.
So this is
right.
smacking. This is a bow. You just see, that's why I keep this wrist limber. It's just the smacking and get all up in this area right here.
Yes.
It's still a smack. It's so when outside was open, I was never I ain't in my house because I wasn't here.
Right.
At my house. I'm not in my house. She'll be at my house. I don't care. I hides all the good stuff. She'll be at my house. I really don't care. I'm not here. It didn't matter. But with Corona,
they catch you there every time. They pull up on you every time, and you there.
What I cook? What you cook? What I cook? What did you cook? What did you bring? Did you bring something for me to cook? What did you cook? Did you cook something? Bring it to me. Or they call me and be like, "You know what I cooked? You're over there having a party with what you cooked, but you call me and tell me about the party that you had when you cooked stuff, but you didn't invite me, but then you come to my house and ask me what I cooked."
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So that's what you dealing with. Any other y'all out there dealing with some of that grown people drama outside the house? Well, at least you can put them out, right? So.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Lord. Don't put them out.
So, got a couple of tips for you guys. I'm reading this article, and for the family situation, and we're going to get back to, co-worker situation and love life situation, because there's some stress going on in some love lives around here. But one of the things they suggest for the entire family is establish a routine. And I'm loving this because we don't have one right now. And that's our problem. Because, see, my wife and I, we've got a routine. We in bed at a certain time. We up early. I'm up early for y'all doing this show. So we've got a routine. And quite frankly, we almost old. So what that means is at 9 o'clock, brothers start looking like this here.
You said y'all got a routine. It's a family show.
Yeah, so at 9 o'clock, we winding down. Well, because we have no routine, we have a routine. I just don't like the routine they have. The routine they have is they gonna sleep till 3. So when I'm doing this at 9, they doing this at 9, just getting up fully wide awake and like they've had a few Red Bulls. So that's kind of the routine that we're on. So this article suggests establishing a routine together. And I think we need to get on a routine that corresponds one with the other, because this opposite routine is like midnight shell, and they're cooking like a 6-course breakfast. They got pancakes going on. They've got sausage, bacon. They've got the eggs with the cheese and the toast. And I'm like, it's 6 in the morning, 12 in the morning. And, so we've got to get on a good routine around here is what we got to do.
Good luck with that. I was going to say, yeah, you are working with adolescents, preteens, you are with grown men.
Yes.
Good luck with getting them to cook breakfast time. And they've been on their own. The 18-year-old man, you know what I'm saying? You still kind of threaten him with, I'll take away, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Oh, the other two, they didn't have a taste of, they didn't taste of the air.
Yes.
Outside. They didn't taste the outside air. They didn't have to taste the freedom stuff. They've been out there with chicken joy. Underground Railroad, you ain't gonna get them back. It's all right. So they gone. They gone. It's all right.
Yeah. So tell us this, man, in the comments. Hey, man, y'all don't want this blessing? I don't know about you on your end. I don't see any cash apps in the comments. But nevertheless,
I got a little money. I mean, I got some coins to rub together to bless somebody. Okay,
what I'm saying?
Right? Somebody drop their cash app, and then let us bless you when you take and give the money to somebody else. How about that? You don't know nobody that you can give the money to.
Hey,
you take and bless a first responder today.
We are blessed to be a blessing. Michelle done said that if you're out when you ain't supposed to be out, but if you're out and our people who are supposed to be out might be at the lunch counter in the lunch line, then why don't you have some food delivered to them? Pick up the tab, grab them a mask or two or some gloves or whatever the case may be. Guys, keep it locked right here. When we come back, we're going to dive all the way into your love life relationship. How is that thing happening? See, for me and mine, we're going to get to that on the other side of the break. But some of y'all, you might have some separation anxiety. Is there such thing as togetherness anxiety? We just been together too long? I don't know, man.
Talk about that way and then that way, because I think it goes both ways.
It goes both.
And then with your romantic relationship, I think it could go both ways.
All right, so keep it locked right here on the other side of this break. We're going to talk about, can your love relationship survive the coronavirus?
I have done 2 prior Longevity Better Health Now challenges. I decided this time around I needed an extra push. A good thing to remember is 32 pounds is the weight of my 3.5-year-old son, and I am not carrying around a 3.5-year-old basically.
I'm a mother of 4. I just want to see how healthy I can get so that I can be around for a while. It's pretty amazing whenever you're excited to get on the scales every morning and see what the numbers are instead of dreading it.
When I went to convention last year, the day of the 5K, this lady, Merle, came across the finish line. And she was visually impaired. She was blind. From this day forth, I said, I'm changing my lifestyle, and I'm just going to be a whole new me.
I was out of control. I really let myself go. And I thought, okay, who loses 12 pounds in a week? I'm like, this is such a joke. But it happened, and it happened again and again and again. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it.
Leading up to today has been a whirlwind, but I feel amazing. Everybody makes you feel really awesome when you come here too, so it just kind of like heightens your excitement about everything.
I feel so much better. If I could help just one person be able to do that for their life, then it'd be worth it all.
I feel amazing. I can't believe how far I've came from last year to this year.
I have kept my weight off within 2 to 5 pounds, which is a complete miracle. Let's go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the St. Louis Hustle Podcast, coming live and direct from the freefunnelmachine.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. That is my co-host, Michelle A. And we are talking relationships under stress of coronavirus. Will your relationship survive? So, Michelle, we know that you are single and Mr. Right is looking for you right now. But what do you think is going on? And you talk about going to the both ends of the extreme. Can people be together too much, and that cause some problems in a relationship? And could it be some, hey, we can't hook up like we normally do, so now we've got too much idle time apart? What do you think is the worst case scenario for relationships during coronavirus?
Ooh, well, I think that, okay, so there's some different angles, right? So I think that relationship wise, I think people are finding out, you know what I'm saying, about their relationships,
Mhm.
right? So because people are being forced, this is me on the outside looking in at other folk relationships, because I'm the person being single. I got to hear all this, girl, oh my God, this is what she did. And oh my, I can't believe they did this. So I think that this is forcing people to deal with the reality of their relationship, right? So
Mhm.
if you look at it from a standpoint of, it just depends on what kind of relationship you want. Like if you are that kind of person that thrives in a relationship that's built on separation, right? You go to work, he goes to work, y'all come home, you spend 5-6 hours together, you go to bed, that's your relationship. And then you maybe do 3-4 hours together on the weekend, that's your relationship, right? And maybe that's okay for some people. And they make it 10, 15, 20 years, and that's fine for them. Now the world has shut down, and now you got to spend that 3-4 hours on the weekend, or what, 3-4 hours during the week. Each day has now turned into 10 to 12 hours per day.
Mhm.
You know, it's now turned into, 15 hours per day.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So now it's too much. Now I'm sick of you. I'm sick of seeing you. I'm sick of seeing you. You stink. You stink. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all on each other's nerves, and now you're discovering things about each other that you really didn't know. Because beforehand, you had 8 hours away each day, and you had maybe time with your homeboys and time with your homegirls that you
Mhm.
had in there, time with the kids, and time that you didn't really have to be up under that person.
Right.
I think it kind of goes back to, you better know somebody a winter and a summer before you get there. My grandmama used to always say, baby, you better get to know them before you get with them. It's easier to get in than it is to get out. It's going to be people talk about corona babies coming out of this. It's going to be some corona divorces coming out of this.
Ooh,
I'm just saying,
yeah.
I ain't trying to speak. Woo, sorry, Lord. I ain't trying to speak that. But people are going to they're going to get to know their mates in this season. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You're going to learn who you're sleeping with for the first time.
Yeah.
Probably in 20 years. You're going to learn who in the bed next to you. You're going to learn some things. It may rebirth some things in some marriages. Some people may get to really know, and it may bring some revitalization in some relationships, I think.
Mhm.
But then I think, unfortunately, it may bring about some separation. Some
Yeah.
people realize that they've been sleeping with the enemy. Some people may realize, and I've seen this on the news, and I've been hearing this in different feeds. Some people may realize what's been going on up under their own nose. Your husband been cheating, or your significant other been doing something to some family members in your household that they shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
you turn a blind eye to some things that you should not have been turning a blind eye to.
Yeah.
You
I think it's definitely going to get real, because you got, not only do you have the time where you guys are together more than normal, but then when you add to that, um, there's almost no escape, right?
yeah.
Because I used to be able to go down to the bar and throw me a couple back and have some conversations, and I come back, we done cooled off, and no,
Nope.
it ain't. No, you gotta sit in this mess. Uh,
Yep.
you can't run from this argument,
Mhm.
and go to work today, work late, come home, it's just time for bed, then get up, I gotta go to work. So really, we ain't seen each other in about 48 hours for real. So we forgot what we was arguing about.
Yep.
No, Jigga.
Your work wife or your work husband can't save you, boo.
Right.
And that's them. Don't wind me up on that one. I'm not even, because I'm so, that whole thing involving other people in your relationship, and that some people use that emotional getaway to
Mhm.
deal with what's going on at home. I'm finna step on a whole lot of toes, and I ain't even
Ooh-wee.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Sorry, Lord. You can't go to work and make love to you and make emotional love to your work wife or your work husband when your real husband or wife is on your nerves at home. You can't go to work and make love to them emotionally like you've been doing. And that's walking around with them, hugged up with them, DMing with them at work. When life ain't before you're at home, emotionally you're checked out because you went to work. That's a real thing.
Yeah, it is, man. And then you also think about how not only do you not have that whole situation, but like you were mentioning earlier, is at work, I probably could get away with a lot of stuff, and I don't gotta be as vigilant with my phone and making sure that it's because if it's laying around here for 12 hours, I think Miss or Mr. Passcode Decoder, now that they got a little more time on their hands, can figure out how to get that thing unlocked. Or you're more likely to get caught slipping.
Let me tell you, I was the queen of, and I thank God for security, but back in the day when I was insecure on that thing, I was a queen of cracking codes. I was like, oh, it looks like you did 7384. Oh, okay, so you did this right here, or you did that. Okay, I can mimic that. Okay, you did this. Okay, I can do that. Freedom. I thank God.
Yeah. I'm watching them fingers when you hit that code. When you do the little squiggly line, it was up here in a double curve and then a back up into the right corner. Got it.
Got him. Yeah, I don't need to do all that. I ain't got time. Yeah. But there's a whole lot of people that wake up. There's a whole lot of reality. The last thing I want to say on there is even in friendships, right? And this is the tricky part. Even in your friendships, it's the opposite, right? Because like my friendships, I don't have an opportunity like my friendships, right? They're at home with their families because they're at home with their families. So I'm having separation anxiety. I'm not hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I see my kids because they're my kids. But I'm not hanging out. You know, and so what are you replacing that friendship, those friendships with, right? Those friendship relationships with. Okay. Am I eating? I'm trying, Jesus, I'm trying not to. Am I online shopping? Am I online dating? I'm trying not to. I'm trying. I'm trying not to online date. But you know, what am I replacing those friendships with? You know, because there's some separation anxiety. You know, I'm not hanging out with my besties anymore. You know, we talk occasionally on the phone, but we're not hanging. I seen her the other day because it was her daughter's birthday, Sunday. You know, and so my goddaughter, I'm like, I hadn't seen her since all of this broke out. I haven't seen my best friend since February. Wow. You know, just like, man, she seems so distant. And I know it's nothing personal, but she's got a family, and we keep hanging, you know. So it's tricky. Will we come out of this the same? Will we still be friends like we were? I mean, we'll always be friends, but will we come back together?
Because to your point, some of us might say, you know what, I was hanging out a little too much to begin with. You know, being at home actually strengthened what we're trying to do as a family. So when this is over, we're going to keep things like they are. We're not going back to the way they used to be. You know, I get that, man. So relationships are going to definitely change and transform. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get into some gone viral, people. You know, speaking on the relationship tip, we've got a couple father-daughter relationships on Gone Viral. And I apologize to our listeners who download the podcast. I can't never do these clips any justice describing them. When you get a chance, you just have to go over to stlhustlepodcast.com or to the YouTube channel or the Facebook page so you can see some of these things, man. There's some talented people out there who be putting these clips together, man, and sharing them with the world. So that's one blessing of social media. So we're gonna go into gone viral number one. This is called Daddy's Little Girl, and this this is one of those things where little girl is singing her heart off, but she don't know the words, and daddy is getting a little fired up at the young baby. But let me just roll the clip so you guys can check it out.
You're getting the lyrics. When you're with me. It's a, now I'm with you.
Woo-wee, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
that thing got good to her.
he was in a zone, but I'm going to tell you, since we're talking about relationships and how to quickly cause them to deteriorate, I saw she made 3 carnal mistakes. Number one, she touched the brother's radio.
Right.
That's number one. You jamming and singing the wrong words to the songs and all that, and then you gonna change my station? That's number one. Number two, she's standing up in my man's car seat. Now, you know, like I know, that even though we're in this quarantine situation, brother man has been outside at his car waxing and rubbing that thing down for days on end because he ain't got nothing else to do, right?
Right.
So and she's got her feet in his seat. That's number two. Number three, she grabbed the phone, right? Now, we talked about how brothers have to be super vigilant with their phones these days. And baby girl could probably, even on accident, kind of get that up, down, left, double curve, and up to the left, and mess around and unlock the phone. And then mama sees it. What?
You supposed to act like a man. You supposed to act like a man. All that was it.
Yes. So that is girl number one. Now we've got the other end of the spectrum, talking about daddy's girls destroying relationships between father and daughter. We're gonna cue up this other one right here, and this one right here just speaks to itself. And again, I apologize to my folks who download the podcast, and y'all can't see what we're playing right now, but when you get a chance, go over to the YouTube channel, go over to the Facebook page, or just go to the site stlhustlepodcast.com, and you're going to see what it is that we be cackling about when we do our segment called Gone Viral. Let me cue this one up.
What's all y'all doing? Huh? What is that? What is it? Get over here. This damn TikTok. What is it?
It's an audio challenge.
A what?
It's a Spanish song.
Spanish song? Show me that. Don't do the dance.
You want to piss a father off. The last thing we want to see is our baby girls gyrating and shaking their hips. But they was all in it.
They was too into that though. They kind of they was too into that. But what the hell's going on there? What the hell's going on? Oh, what the hell? Oh no, you need this. He was right for that. He was right for that.
And then on top of that, y'all streaming this mess online with the doggone TikTok or TikTok or whatever it is they doing. Y'all putting this out here for the world to see. Now, y'all is like Kevin Hart said, we're not looking good as a unit right now, people. You got your butt online shaking and gyrating, and the people on the other end is saying, where is they daddy? The people on the other end are saying what goes on in this household that they can get. So we're going to try not to be in the judgment zone here, but I'm glad he came through with the belt, right?
Yeah, they know what a daddy is now. I'm glad he showed up on the video. Like,
Yes.
he made appearance on TikTok, as you call it.
Yes, right in at the, listen, it ain't going down. And then he's going to have them demonstrate it one last time. Get over here. Now do the dance again.
Do the garage. With the belt in the hand. What's that again? Say it again. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Debbie Allen on him. Do it again.
Right. Yes. So our last going viral clip for the day, we're going back to my man Corwin. This guy is hilarious with the voiceovers, and he's found him a nice little muse because this little boy in these Red Bulls, man, this is the second take on the Red Bull deal. So let's hit you with this version of Gone Viral, more Red Bull.
This how I like to drink mine. I got to shake mine up. It tastes... Hold on. What you doing? Man, get back before I open it up on you. I know how to do this.
I got to get my sound up.
Oh! Hey! Oh, hold on. Yes, baby. Ooh.
They can hear it, but I can't
like it like that.
So I got to know when
Let me get lit.
It's
all over my hand. I drunk 2 of them. Ask them. I love a Red Bull. Hold on, y'all.
All right, wait.
Hold up.
Wait. We're gonna replay that one because y'all gotta get that without me talking in the background. But this little boy is one of my favorite people on the planet, man. I don't know where he's from or where he's at, but he is just hilarious. So let me re-cue it.
This how I like to drink mine. I got to shake mine up. It tastes... Hold on. What you doing? Man, get back before I open it up on you. I know how to do this. Shoot. Oh! Hey! Oh, hold on. Yes, baby. Ooh. I like it like that. Let me get lit. It's all over my hand. I drunk 2 of them. Ask them. I love a Red Bull. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Wait, y'all. Is that Austin? Right there. Yes, that's my bud. Ask him. He like, stop. Look, we been to too many places. Ask him. He like, hey, I'm getting ready to go somewhere. I'll be back. But before I go, I'm going to give you a Red Bull. I'm going to give you one. Lie. Hold up. What you mean why I won't give you one? Because it's mine. You begging and ain't even give me half.
Woo-wee. So that is hilarious to me, man. That his eyes, man, and he just having some innocent fun with Red Bull, but then here come my guy Corbin with the voiceover.
This dude, I don't know where they find this little boy. I don't know who baby that is, but this little boy, and then old boy with the voiceover, he just, that's man, when I tell you I watched that 90 times, I'm telling you, it's another one out there. Y'all gotta go to my page. It's one out there where he whooping people. It's the videos that you see online, but it's one how they, India is not playing about this coronavirus.
Yeah.
And India's whooping people like get your behind off the street.
Yes.
And man, they whooping people. But the voiceover that this dude does to them whooping people to get them off the street. I tell you.
Get your butt home. So where you going to expect to Gadget?
Well, when I tell you he whooped the folks up, he whooped the people so bad. I say they need to do that here. Hold on, I thought we could go back outside.
I thought it was cool.
Hold on, let me get my mic. Let me just get my stuff. Oh, Jesus, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, that is good stuff. So that is our gone viral segment, people. We like to find viral videos and get a good laugh, man. It's good to laugh during this whole quarantine situation, man. And that is also one of the recommendations to keep your relationships tight, whether it is parent-child relationship, whether it is your love relationship, whether it is coworker, whether it is friend. Another tip, and I'm reading this article on the Independent. Don't make assumptions about how the other person feels. Right.
Yeah.
This is where your communication comes in. I know sometimes we just assume that I'm good, they must be good too.
Right.
Not all the time. So don't make assumptions about how the other person feels. Is another good tip, man. And
We do that
um,
all the time.
I know because my two of my sons are content, right? You still having that last deal. Uh, two of my sons are content, but my baby boy, he's kind of like his pa at 18. He got to be in them streets, man, and I'm assuming that, hey, brother, sit your tail down somewhere because I'm always working. I've got my laptop, I got my office, I got my studio. I'm recording videos. I'm marketing online. I'm doing what I do to make sure that we can keep the lights on around here. And that takes me all day. So I'm cool. And I'm assuming that why come you can't sit still all day like I can sit still? So I'm assuming how he feels during this situation, but he's 18. He's what the my grandma and grandpa was said is hot to trot at 18. He's got to get out of this house every chance he gets because we probably driving him crazy.
The more you talk, I think you've aged about 10 years since we started this class.
Listen, I'm almost old. I'm telling you, I feel it. It's right around the corner to where it's I'm skipping middle age. I'm going straight to old. That's what's happening, right? So let's see a couple other points on this article about your relationships, man, during this time. I think this is a good one, and it is accept these circumstances are going to be testing. And I think that's something that I've done in every area of my life, not just in relationships. You just kind of anticipate some rough patches, some rockiness. Like you said, we are at home more than we've been around each other probably in these last 6 weeks than a lot of times in our whole entire life, especially young relationships. Can you imagine the relationship where the couple just moved in together and their routine was, hey, I go to work, you go to work, we come back, we have dinner, we watch a movie, and then we go to sleep. Now I'm working from home, you working from home, we here all day long.
It's like, who this man? Who this man? Who this woman? What did you do with my mate, my spouse? Like, I don't know you. I don't know you.
Yeah. Or you get to actually hear them in their work environment. They're in the other room, they're on conference calls with their boss and coworkers, and you didn't know that they were a jerk until you hear them talking to their subordinates. And this stuff can get crazy, man.
Yeah, for real. Be like, I did not know you had that.
Or you big and bad around here, but when you get on the phone with your boss, you all cower down. What's that about?
Oh, you a punk now.
Yes. So at the end of the day, people, don't let the coronavirus kill your relationship. Figure some things out, man. Develop a new routine. Open up your lines of communication. Start talking a lot more. You're probably going to need that more than any time in your relationship during this time. And that is not just your love relationship. Make sure you're looking out for your children. Make sure you're checking on your friends, especially your extroverted friends like my girl Michelle here. Because they going through right now, folks. They going through. There's only so much partying you can do in your bedroom, right? It's like
Right.
It's like the little app. Have you seen the party app where there's an app that, yeah, there's an app where you can actually turn on your music and you can party, but the app puts a club environment all around you. So now it's not like you're partying by yourself. There's a lot of people, you know.
Oh, I've seen that. Was it on TikTok? Was that on TikTok?
That might be a TikTok too, TikTok, I don't know. But
too. I saw
it's super cool, I think, for you extroverts.
I was just saying I want to go dance. I love to dance. I love to shake a
So,
tip.
so now you can play it back and you ain't dancing by yourself.
Thanks, Tezzy.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yes. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to bless some folks. So if you are a first responder, you are on the front lines, tell us what it is that you do and drop your Cash App if you bad.
Hell, drop your Cash App. Because somebody just dropped their Cash App.
You so bold. Remember that?
I really gotta beg you to be blessed.
You so bold. Drop your Cash App.
Right. Drop your Cash App.
You bold.
Drop your cash out.
We're going to bless somebody today. Remember, guys, we are on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We are on Stitcher. We are on iHeart. Wherever you get your podcast at, we are there. Do us a favor. Make sure you go and give us a rating and a review. Let us know how you like the show. Let us know what you would like to see in the show, how we can make the show better. This is episode number 9. We are still new at this thing, man, but we're going to keep coming back every week to give y'all some of this St. Louis hustle. And when they open up back outside, we've got some things in store for you. Y'all going to see us all over the Lou.
We're not going nowhere. We're going to keep coming with this. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's one of the things, it's like, no, we're not. Like, first of all, this one, I don't know what side he on. He's not giving up. No. That's the first thing you need to know about Mr. Hustle. It's like, he does not give up. No, you know what I'm saying? No. And he's not going to let me give up. You know what I'm saying? So we in this. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up. Because this is what we do. Anybody that know me, you know, with the talk of the talk, this is what I do. If you know him, you know hustling is what he do. Like,
it's what we do, man.
It's what he does. You know, so me in combination with him, we both are doing what we were put here to do. So we're going to do what we do.
That's right.
So we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. And speaking of hustle, make sure y'all inbox a brother so you can get your St. Louis Hustler 314 shirt in the mail to you. It's going down, people. This is what we do. So with that, Chalet, last words?
Stay inside a little bit unless the weather is nice. Oh, I'm on vacation. Vacation start for me tomorrow. That's my last words. Is for 12, 14 days or whatever. I'm not talking about no work or nothing like that until the 12th is when I go back. So I'm going to be loving life. I'm loving life now, but it's going to be amazing.
Can you do a vacation on quarantine? How are you going to manage?
It's going to be wonderful. I won't forget out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you as always tuning in. One last shout out to my sponsor, freefunnelmachine.com. If you are not using sales funnels in your business, you're working too hard. Go to freefunnelmachine.com, get your free website, comes with an autoresponder, and you can build your website. All the training you need is right there. So until we talk to y'all next time, fellas, ladies, we want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it. Each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.